Hey guys, DEK here. I'm just playing some KOTOR on the Xbox One, and I got my package in from Hyperspace Props. I ran into this company when I was looking for different Star Wars props and stuff like that. They sent this little purple bubble miller with their little card, and I'll show you what I got. So over here, this is what I got. I ended up getting some gold Sabacc dice. I did order a deck of Sabacc, but not from Hyperspace. I ordered a deck of Sabacc from Lucky Psylop, but it is estimated to come in a month from now. And I also got this Pazaak deck. Because I was playing KOTOR, I've been getting really into this game. And if you're on at least Android, there is an app called Pazaak Cantina on Android, and it is amazing. Definitely check them out. It is a it doesn't actually have that many ads. Like, there's only one ad, and it's a choice. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to. It's pretty good. Now let's go ahead and get into this dice. This dice is metal. It's really heavy. Alright, man, this dice has some weight to it. It is amazing. They are kind of similar to the Go dice Han Solo used in he had hanging up and all that, but this is a more used and weathered look. So if you don't know, if you use Sabacc, you have to roll every turn, and this is the part of Sabacc that people don't like. So here it is. Like, if you roll, alright, nothing happens, and then we'll do like 2 more times. Alright, nothing happens, and then alright. So let's say if you get to, doesn't really matter what you land on. Say you get on this, right? So there are 2 matching. Now it could be any matching one. It doesn't have to be any of that. What you're supposed to do is you take all your cards you have in your hand that you've been building up the entire game, and you throw them in the deck, and you go ahead and draw the same number of cards you had. Now the problem with that is it makes it a luck-based gambling game rather than a skill-based gambling game. And I have noticed that a lot with all of the Star Wars gambling games. One of the one I'm trying to get custom dice for, so I'm looking for companies that'll make a custom like dice for me, is Hintaro. Now Hintaro is a dice rolling game, so you roll 2 dice, and you can either have, you know, there's a 4 of a kind and a 2 of a kind. You don't get anything if you get a 1 of a kind or a 3. And then there's the dealer, who after everyone rolls and bets, they roll a black dice, and that can either do nothing, or it could remove one of the things you had. So if you had a 3 of a kind, which is nothing, they roll to get one of that symbol removed. Now you have a 2 of a kind, which is a winning hand. You know, as long as someone doesn't have a better winning hand. And then same thing with Sabacc. This is their thing. So if you want it to be skill-based, well, you would just remove the black dice in Hintaro or the gold dice in Sabacc. And then you could just play it like poker. You know, after every round, you go ahead and do your betting. So I really like this. This is amazing. Like, I've had metal dice, but they've never been this, like, heavy. Like, this is the quality. And this is indented. It's not like a drawn on or anything. And you can see that. And it's that look. Man, if you got a like Galaxy Edge deck, or a deck from Lucky Psylop or wherever, or Hyperspace does make one, the Hyperspace Props actual Sabacc deck is the like 70 card traditional Sabacc deck. I do not know if they have the like Corellian Spike version, which is the one in the actual Star Wars Solo movie. But this is great. This is so much better than anything like Galaxy's Edge has at the moment. So if you have a Galaxy's Edge Sabacc deck, definitely pick this up. Like, this is a great thing. But yeah, so whenever I get the Lucky Psylop Sabacc deck in, you'll also see the dice that he actually gives in with his actual deck. So yeah, wait for that. Alright, next we got this. Okay, so this is Pazaak. It is a card game in KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic. And just like Sabacc, it is almost like a blackjack style game. So this is a 2-card game, or 2-player game. Now, I'll go ahead and open this, and then I'll be able to explain the cards a little bit better. Alright, so it does say that, I did look up, this deck is enough for multiple people to play Pazaak. Now, I have kind of a strategy I found that makes me kind of like, these plus and minus cards are like the best. So first off, let's get into this. So you make a deck, you don't ignore the green, and then these other decks piles are what you make your deck of. You can make your deck of 10 cards. And each game of Sabacc, you randomly choose 4 cards out of that 10. And that's going to be your 3-round Sabacc hand. And you don't draw or anything like that, but you just have those 4 cards in your hand. While the green deck is the deck that is in the center that changes what you're getting dealt and what your current number is. The goal of the game is to get as close or as directly on number 20. Now, there is a little bit different. So, you can also win if you place 9 cards and you don't hit over 20. Now, if you go over 20, you automatically lose. So, it's important to have plus and negative hand cards in your hand. Because, say if you have a 16 and they have a 17, well, you might want to go ahead and risk and get hit, or, draw a card, and that might make you 21. Well, if you have this plus -1 or this -1, you can play it, and that takes that 21 and makes it 20. Now you got the perfect hand, or the perfect board, and then you just got to see if they have a 20. If they don't, then you win. If they do, then you tie, and it just keeps going. You do not replace the 4 cards in your hand. So if you use, your cards, you get less and less, and they're going to have a better opportunity to win in the end. So you got to be strategic. So these are your minus cards. These are your plus cards, plus and minus. These are your 3 and 6 and special cards like that. And these are special cards too. So this is 1 plus 2. Now you can do I don't have a good way of showing this, but 1 plus 2 plus or minus 1 tiebreaker, and there's different ghost cards like this. Some people say there's the tiebreaker cards are really good, but to be honest, let me check where how far this goes. All right, so these go to 6, so you're gonna end up having all the numbers up to plus or minus 6. Plus 6, minus 6, and things like that. Now, this deck is just a bunch of random numbers, and I believe the highest number in here is going to be a 10. Yeah. So that's going to be what you need there. I got to check to see if they have a case for this. If not, that would be a great thing to make. But I'll go ahead and usually you'll have 2 of each. So they give you 4 of each number in this stack. So I got 4 plus 1s, 4 plus 2s, 4 plus 3s, 4 minus 1s, 4 minus 2s, 4 minus 3s, 4 plus and minus 1, and so on. And this, I'm not entirely sure. It's 1, 2, 3. It looks like it's about 4 of each number. So this is 40 cards right here. Oh, and here's the back. The only time you ever see the back is with the card deck being face down. And then also you'll see the back of your opponent's 4 cards that they currently have in their hand. So let me show you a little bit of the hands I use. Okay, so this is what's been working out for me really well. Is I got 2 plus 1s, 2 plus 2s, 2 plus 3s, 2 plus 4s, and 2 plus 5s. So this is kind of my go-to hand. just because I like hitting the edge and trying to get 20. And I try to use this last if I have to. So what this does is a 1 or a 2 will get me there if I'm close. And then like if I'm on like an 18 or a 19, this is what these two are for. I do get 17 a lot or 16 a lot. And then a lot of times if you get to 15, you're good with this. Now, this also allows you to, if you have 15 and you have this 5 in your hand. So let's say these green cards are what you're currently getting dealt. So you got a 10 and a 5. So now you're at 15. Well, what this means is you can hit from the deck. And they'll go in there and it's like, oh man, that's a 2 or a 10. So now you got 25, which is a bust. Well, you can use this -5 and now you got a perfect 20. So that's going to help a lot. Now, the issue with that is, say if you have a 16 and you decide to go ahead and do it, well, now you're busted at 26 and there's nothing you can do. So if you want to do it the other way, you can. Now, like I said, you do win if you get 9 cards without busting. That is an auto win. And I was thinking, well, could you just get like a bunch of -6s or minus and positive 6s and just, you know, go that way? It's like, oh, I drew a 6. Oh, now it's a 0. Oh, I drew another 10. Now it's a -4. But what that really does is you'll be using your 4 cards for like 1 game. Or if you get really lucky, maybe 2. And that means like, oh yeah, you're an instant win. But then you're out of cards. And it's completely luck based after that. It's all about the deck. So that's kind of the problem with that. Is yes, you are basically guaranteed a win. But at the same time, you need more than 1 win. You need 3 wins before you can change up and draw another 4 cards. Now, these cards are, I want to say, just like, what would be a good comparison? They feel a little thinner than like Pokemon cards or like actual like playing cards. So these do feel like actual playing cards where they're smooth on both sides. The Sabacc deck that I ordered from Lucky Psylop is apparently casino grade playing cards, while these are like the ones that you get for like $3 or $4 at the grocery store. But that's a lot better than like making some paper deck or something like that that's not going to be durable. These are at least going to be durable. Now, the casino style ones, the way they're different is because they're smooth on the back, but they have a texture on them. And that'll be cool once I'll be able to show you guys those. But yeah, this was really exciting. I was really hoping to get this. Let's see. I'm going to stack these up together one last time and just show you the thickness of the deck. Alright, so the deck is pretty thick. I'll probably have to get an actual deck case that you use for like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Magic or Pokemon or whatever to put these in. But oh man, this was great. Let me tell you how much everything was. Okay, so these dice were about $15 US. And then, so definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. If you like Sabacc, definitely worth it. You might wonder why I bought this with the deck. Is because I had like $15 extra. And I was like, oh, I'll just add these to it. But yeah, it's great. $15 for that. I believe this was about $30, if I'm not mistaken. You might need to check their website, but I believe together my total was about $50 or something. I'll have to check in a minute. If I add on to this video telling you the exact price, you'll know. Then I'll go ahead and try to edit that in. But yeah, this is amazing. I love this so much. Now, you see everyone talking about Sabacc and all that stuff, but you never see anyone talking about Hintaro, and you never see anyone talking about Pazaak. And I don't know, man. This is definitely underrated. Like, It's so cool to have these in my hand. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, hit that subscribe button. Let me know if there's any other... I just dropped that. Let me know if there's any other gambling games or card games, etc. in the Star Wars universe that I need to look up. Because right now I've got, Corellian Spike. I got the traditional Sabacc. The Pazaak. And then I'm trying to get dice for Hintaro. So if there's any other thing that's cool, let me know. And I think it'd be awesome to get like a bunch of people together to do like a gambling, like Star Wars casino day. Also, if you do play Sabacc, or you can use it for anything that you want to use gambling for, Hyperspace Props, it makes amazing credits. They got plastic and they got 3D printed ones, but the high quality of their metal credits look absolutely amazing. And they're a little pricey. You can get separate credits for like $10 each if you want, or you can go ahead and get like the big bundles for like $100, $200, $400, $600, depending if you want 1, 2, 3, 4 players worth of credits, which is like 10 different types of credits, and you get like 4 each for each player. It's insane. So I'm definitely saving up for that. Alright guys, I will see you later. Peace out. May the Force be with you always. Alright guys, one last thing. The deck is $22 on Hyperspace Props. It's $22 on their website. Alright guys, that's all I wanted to let you know. Peace.